What to say to someone who's been talking behind your back? Number one, very little. The reality is they prefer to talk about you than to you, so they can't be trusted. So don't give them any more words than necessary because they might just twist them. Number two, ask them, is there anything they wanted to discuss with you? Because you are aware your name came up in discussion, and then go silent. Number three, gossips tend to throw themselves under the bus all by themselves. So watch how they get uncomfortable. They might clear their throat, they might go red, or they might be stuck for words and start stumbling. This is all a sign of uncomfortableness because they know that you have put the spotlight on them. Number four, don't make them an enemy, but instead keep them at arm's length. Just take note, they cannot be trusted, and never give them information that could or can be used against you. Number five, be assertive but not aggressive. Be calm but not condescending, because integrity will always trump anyone who's talking behind your back.
Okay, so the spirit of this video is corporate trauma. I agree with everything that gentleman said, but I want to add some stuff, okay? Something that my grandfather used to say. He said, you put your head down, you keep your mouth shut, and you work. And that applies to almost every situation. Not all of them. Sometimes you can't be quiet, okay? Sometimes it's time to say something. Sometimes it's time to stand up. I understand. But most of the time, you put your head down, you keep your mouth shut, and you work, and here's what happens. Most of the time, those problems are going to be dissolved without your interference and without your participation. Not all the time, most of the time. And then what happens is the trash in the corporate world tends to take itself out. And the last thing you want is to be involved with it or be associated with it. And also the last thing you want is to get in the way of the trash being taken out. Because a lot of times when you just sit back and you put your head down, you keep your mouth shut and you work, other people will get involved to make sure that whatever drama is happening ends. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. It might not be next month. It might not be next year. It may be years from now. Things over time tend to be put to rights without your personal involvement. And then one more thing I'm going to add is that I grew up in a religious home. By the time I was 19, I had read the New Testament 4 times. And I read the Old Testament twice. And one of the quotes that had always stuck with me, you be wise as a serpent and you be harmless as a dove. You be wise as a serpent and you be harmless as a dove. Quick recap, put your head down, keep your mouth shut and work. The trash tends to take itself out without your involvement, without you getting in the way, and don't get in the way. And then be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.